Hi everyone, it's Noelia with My Moxie Dreams. Thanks for joining me today. Today's video is going to be back planning in my Pocket Moleskine Daily 2025 planner. And we're going to be back planning for March. I've done a video explaining the surprise. I'm back in a Pocket Moleskine Daily. You can watch that video and hear that story. And then I did a part 1 where we decorated, backtracked, I guess, back planned, what do you want to call it, for January. And then we did one for February. And then I actually skipped ahead and did April because I wanted to have current day started. And now we're going and doing March. All right. Okay. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. And if you do, I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. For everybody else, welcome back. All right. This one's going to take a little bit longer because hopefully not. I've gone through so many stories. Today I recorded the April piece and I'm now recording March, and I'm trying to get this done before 5. What time is it? It's 4:09. And then I have to go put my painting clothes on and go finish painting the pool bathroom, the pool house bathroom. Okay, we are using 761. For those of you who are giggling about my old Tombos, I went through and tested each Tombow that I had, and the only two that were dead was N95 and 761. So we are doing 761 for March. And if you recall, this is our beautiful March. I love this redhead. I think so far she's my favorite for our themes. All right, so let's just go through here and get started because I am just so behind, you guys. I don't know if I'm behind as much as I'm exhausted, and tomorrow's Saturday, and my brain is like, this week has been the longest, most crazy week because not only was work bonkers because of tax stuff, and then we're getting audited in a different country, so I have to deal with all the banking, and it's just been a nightmare. And then I got this beautiful planner, this Moleskine in, and of course I wanted to jump in, so I've been recording and editing and oh my God, going to Home Depot, irrigation for my garden, the pool bathroom. Like, this week has been jam-packed, so it makes sense that I'm freaking exhausted. So my brain, Noelia, slow down. My brain just wants to just die and be in bed all day tomorrow and just binge watch shows. But alas, I cannot. If I can get the pool house bathroom painted and ready to go, then tomorrow some of my irrigation supplies come in. I'm 90% done with my outdoor, my garden, my vegetable garden, flower garden irrigation. So I've been manually watering, and I just can't wait till it's full on irrigation system, and I just have to turn it on and sit there and drink my coffee while the garden is being watered. There's some areas that I have to hand water myself, but that's fine compared to the entire garden, like the last few. I don't know how I've done it this far, this long. I'm such a gooberson for not doing it sooner. It's not like I don't know how to put an irrigation system in. I do. I was just being lazy. So anyways, the goal is to get the pool done today because then they're going to come Monday and finish. Everything will be finished. And then the fun part will start where I get to decorate and get it all settled. And so tomorrow, I think tomorrow I'm going to chill and then do the irrigation, finish it, because my parts probably won't come in till like 3 or 4. and either I'm going to take tomorrow off and just chill and relax, or I'm gonna, as soon as I get all the parts, I'm gonna just dig in my heels and just start doing the irrigation so that Sunday I can rest. I don't know which one. I prefer to do everything on a Saturday so that Sunday I'm just a vegetable in my bed and I don't have to do anything, go anywhere. But alas, oh shit. Oh my God, Easter is on Sunday. Ay, 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 folks. Easter's on Sunday. Monday is going to be crazy because I still have to get all these documents ready for this audit, this international audit that I need to handle and prepare for and get all the documents that this government is asking me for. And then Tuesday is my birthday. So I told my boss, normally I don't work on my birthday, but because of this international audit, I thought if I don't get everything done on Monday, oh my God, I'm already stressing myself out. If I don't get everything done on Monday, then I'll work Tuesday morning, my birthday, just work in the morning and then take the afternoon off. Oh my God, Noelia, you are freaking yourself out. Okay, let's just pause for a minute. The goal was to just do everything tomorrow, irrigation, today to finish the pool painting, tomorrow chill in the morning, wait for my irrigation supplies to come in, and then finish off the irrigation. Then that would be done. And that shouldn't take long. But then I have a bunch of seedlings that are ready to be transplanted. And I need to do that and finish that also tomorrow. So I'm guessing that tomorrow is going to be a full work day. And then I will be able to sleep in on Sunday, but not for long because I'm going to have to host my mom. I mean, we don't do anything major. The kids are grown, but, and it's just my mom and my kids. But that means I still have to host. I still have to make food. Ugh. And then Monday, I'm going to be slammed with work. However, I have to do 2 videos, a weekly reset, and now the Pocket Moleskine plan with me. And of course, we're recording that. It's going to be the first plan with me that is forward planning, not back planning. So yeah, it's going to be a lot, y'all. Hopefully, if everything goes well and things are calm, maybe I can do the weekly reset video Sunday evening. And then before my day starts on Monday, I could do the Pocket Moleskine Daily plan with me. Do you see? Like, for me, that is like jam-packed stuff to do. But here's the thing. I need to do the transplanting and put all the seeds, put all the plants in the ground this weekend, because for my birthday in the morning, even though I'm hoping, I wanted to go and get a pedicure and a manicure. I have not, you guys know that last month I was really bad anxiety-wise and went into kind of a little bit of a manic state. And when that happens, I get really anxious and it's just a big deal. And so I bite off, my nails were growing and happy and long, and then I just get into one of those modes and I literally bite them down to the nub. And so I told myself, like, once I was done with the garden and everything was planted and the irrigation system was in, then I could go get a manicure and a pedicure, because then I won't be digging in the dirt and having my nail potentially fall off. It's so painful when I get acrylics. I hate to get acrylics or gels because it hurts so bad. But in order for me to overcome this issue where I'm biting due to anxiety, I have to put the acrylics on for a month or two, and then my natural nails will come out, and then I can just do the gels at home and do my own nails at home. But right now I can't do that simply because of how bad the anxiety has caused me to chew my nails off. So that there's just a lot in motion, and I just need to chill. Like, and then, oh God, I keep remembering things that I need to get done. And then I need to pick freaking May's theme, you guys. I have to pick May's theme. And then, oh my Lord, I have to print a bunch of stickers. I love to print stickers because I'm out of a lot of them, and I need them for the back planning. So that's the other big thing I need to get done. I'm hoping, and then I have a conference call meeting with the Napa wineries next week. I'm hoping that I can just crank out everything I need to get done tomorrow, have a calm, simple Easter lunch, and then have the evening to just relax and do videos. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just wait till Monday to do both videos. That's probably the better thing. But the reason why I like to do them on Sunday, if I can, is because then I can edit them and then have one up by Monday and then have another one up on Tuesday. So we'll see. We'll see what my bandwidth is going to be like. And hopefully, I've never gone into my birthdays this much to do and this stressed out. I feel not stressed out in a bad way. I just feel like my to-do list is ginormous. And normally it's never this way because I'm never behind, but I have a lot of things going on at once, I guess. And normally it's not all happening at once. So we'll see. I'm gonna chill. After I record this, I'm gonna upload all of the videos to my editing system, and then I'm just gonna put the computer away. I'm gonna go put my earbuds on, and I'm gonna go paint the bathroom, then take a nice hot shower and chill. I hope you guys have been doing good. I hope so far has your spring sprung? We have beautiful weather the last couple days. It's been cold in the mornings the last 3 mornings. And then I was looking at the weather app, and it says that next Saturday it's going to rain here in my part of California. And I'm like, what in the hell is Mother Nature doing to me? And if you guys remember, maybe I talked about it, maybe I didn't. I planted my ranunculus and my anemones, anemones late this year. My anemones are looking gorgeous. They've all sprouted. None of my ranunculus. They're there. They're just not, the plants are growing. They're just not sprouting yet. And I'm hoping that because we're having some cold weather and rain, that it'll still have a few more weeks, if not a month, to have them sprout, and I can get some ranunculus going. Typically they should be sprouting through Mother's Day. It's just like, what are the other ones that always happen on Mother's Day? Is it tulips? I can't remember. So hopefully that they bloom I'm hoping they bloom because I spent a lot of money on those corms. And what I'm gonna do this coming winter is I'm gonna pull, at some point I have to pull up the corms. Once everything's died back, I'm gonna pull up the corms and I'm going to store them, and then in like, I don't know, November-ish, maybe December, I'll till that specific bed and then put all the corms in there so that when it's time in the early spring, they'll start to grow and to sprout. Our California winters are not, they're mild compared to the other states. So for me, ranunculus corms can overwinter. I don't need to pull them up, but it'll be my first year just seeing if that works. I don't know if I should do that or if I should just pull them and then plant them early. Who knows? We'll see. I just hope they bloom in time before the heat kicks in. I think I'm going super fast in this one only because I have a bunch of shit to do and I need to get it done. And also my son comes home at 5 and hopefully he doesn't make a ruckus and I'm gonna have to press pause until he's out of my hair. We're barely on the 5th and there's 31 days, you guys. I'm trying to truck it along. I have gotten so many positive messages on YouTube and you guys have been DMing me. I posted a photo of the Pocket Eternal Leather Goods cover and I got so many cute comments, and then people have been DMing me. And it's so funny, people have been DMing me and I read the comments. Sometimes I don't respond just because I get overwhelmed by how many comments I get. But somebody wrote that they were like so happy that I was in the pocket again. They were like, I didn't want to tell you how sad I was that you were not doing a pocket Moleskine, but she's like, now that you're back in one and I can hear your happiness, she's like, I'm so happy and I'm glad. I can tell you now that I hated that you weren't doing it. And it's so funny because that's kind of what I'm getting, is a lot of people wanted me to do what I needed to do planner wise, but also were sad to see this part of my planning system. And I hate calling it a planning system. I really do, because I think people get confused when I say planning system, that it's part of my planning system. The reality is this is my journal, in the sense of a journal of my day, not journal of my emotions, because I have a separate journal from that that is personal, private. Nobody will ever see that. And that happens to be in a pocket Moleskine, but only because all I'm doing, it's just a blank note book. Let me see here. It's not like I'm using Tombos in there, or it's a junk journal where I'm gluing stuff in there. It's just basically my thoughts. Like, it's basically my diary. I've had a diary since I was freaking like 10 years old. I have binders, or not binders, notebooks and notebooks. It has been with me through marriage, through divorce, through boyfriends, through lovers, through childbirth. Like, I have stories to tell people. But this is, I don't know, for me, and again, this is a me, this isn't a judgment or anything, but for me, a planner is a tool that you use to keep your brain in check. Like, I would be lost without my everyday carry, my Franklin Cubby. I would be lost. I need to, the way my brain works, I'm a Taurus, so I of course have to plan and make sure everything's in order, and I keep track of specific things like my accounting. Like, these things are super important, and you know, I don't know, my planner is that. I use this again to just log my day so that I do not keep my weeklies in my everyday carry. And so anything that's of importance or something that I want to remember or whatnot gets placed in here. Like, for instance, the construction contractor people, like I'll list, like, okay, they came today and they worked from this to this. This is just for me to know, so that when I need to reference it back, I have it to be like, oh yeah, this is when the pool broke, the pool filters, and I had to order $150 pool filters. Did I tell you that? Oh my goodness. I think I told you guys everything had broke at the same time. The dryer, the pool pump needed the filters replaced. The construction doubled in price, which is always fun. That reminds me, I have to do my expense report so I can replenish what I've taken out for the little construction project. So yeah, so this is, I know I say it's my planner, but I don't mean it. I guess, I don't know. A planner means different things to different people. Oh no, Noelia, don't go ahead of yourself. So yeah, what are you guys doing for Easter? Are you guys doing anything fun? I miss having the kids be little and just doing their baskets. And up until a few years ago, the kids, I would do an Easter egg hunt, and it's actually nice weather. I should do that. I would do an Easter egg hunt, but it would be harder. Like, you had to find, everybody had their names on the eggs. So I would do like, I don't know, like 15 eggs per person, maybe 20. I think it was 15, I can't remember. But all the eggs, there would be the same color of eggs, like 3 purple eggs, but they would have somebody's name on it. And so you would, if you found it, the goal is to find all your eggs, all 15 eggs, before the other people, before their siblings. But you had to find your eggs. Your eggs had your name on them. This is for an adult, okay? This is adult egg hunting. Adult Easter egg hunting. You get the little plastic eggs, and everybody had 3, there would be 3 pinks, one for Chrissy, one for Belle, one for Jay. And so they would all get hidden all over the back patio, my backyard, front yard. So they had to go through different areas of our backyard and front yard, and they could find, they could be looking for their purple one and find one, and it says, Belle could find it and it says Chrissy. She could then hide it. She can't carry it around, but she could hide it somewhere, somewhere more, what's the word? A more difficult location than what I had planted it. Because her goal is to keep her brothers from beating her. She wants to be the first one to get all the eggs. So the rule after the first, because the first one they were holding the eggs and purposely taking the other people's eggs. You couldn't do that. You have to only grab your egg, and you can re-hide the egg, but you cannot hold the other person's egg, if that makes sense. And so that was so much fun. I would be peeing laughing so hard at the kids, because they would like pummel each other to get to certain eggs. They'd run from the backyard to the front yard. They'd check every single, it's way more fun as adults looking for eggs than it was as kids, right? Because as kids, you're helping them find it. They're all cute and calm. Oh no, this is like psychotic mode when we would hide. And I don't know, I think the last few Easters, it has been raining. And so the kids haven't been wanting to do it. Well, it's been raining, so we can't do it. This is probably going to be the first Easter that hasn't rained in a while. So maybe I will break out the Easter. Oh my God, you guys. I didn't even decorate for Easter. I just realized that. Normally I decorate the Easter month, but I've been so off and lost track of time that I can't believe we're already Easter. I can't believe we're already in my birthday. I can't believe we're already going to start May. Like, I'm still in shock mode, people. Belle, do you want an Easter egg hunt? Remember how we would do it with the names and you guys would have to find your egg with the name on it? And then there was the $100 and one egg. I don't care. I'm asking you. The last few times we haven't been able to do it because it was raining. We'll ask Christy and Jay when they're home. Hopefully I will be able to lower that conversation and it's not going to be me yelling. But I was just curious what Belle's in the room. She just got back from work. We ordered Thai food. Again, this is why I order out, because I've had a bonkery day. I forgot to take meat out to cook. I also have to go paint. And so I'm like, I'm not cooking tonight. There's no way. I remember when I was working at the winery, one of the guys, he was a single guy with a little daughter. I want to say she was like maybe 7. And he didn't know how to cook to save his life, okay? And he got divorced. His wife did everything. That's probably why she was divorced, because she did everything. And so we have the CIA here, the Culinary Institute of America. And he had a really great idea, and I thought about this before. Okay, I need to cut this. What he did was he basically put an ad, or put, you know how like when you go and put a paper saying like room for rent or whatever, garage sale. He went to the Culinary Institute, and in their, you know, area of jobs or whatever, he posted that he was looking for a student chef to come to his house and prepare like 5 meals, 5 dinners, so that when he had his daughter, he would just pull out the meal and, you know, make dinner. And he loved it. He's, you know, he loved it. And I've thought about that. I've thought about having the person would come to his house and like prep everything and do everything at his house. And I've thought about it. I thought that would save me so much money. But again, I don't like people in my house. And I would probably prefer them to do it at their house and then just bring the meals over. But isn't that just like freaking Blue Apron? Like, isn't that the same thing? And then we're Mexican, so we prefer Mexican dishes. Like, you know, there's dishes that Belle and us like, but we're traditional Hispanic people. And so with the flair of goodness, I think I told you guys my mom had more Italian blood than she does Mexican blood, which we thought was hysterical. But yeah, Troy used to do that. And I just think sometimes, not all the time, sometimes I think that would be a smart way to save money, is just hire one of the students from the CIA, because they need to practice their cooking, their skill. They get paid to do that, make some extra money while they're a student here. I think that's a great idea. But again, I don't know. I think it's just like Blue Apron. So I don't know. I just need to, once things calm down, I'll be able to get back onto my normal routine. We shall see how that works. But yeah, that's the only thing. You guys, if you've been with me for a while, you know that my major spending has always been the food department. Although lately I have been spending way more than normal. And I don't like that. Jay and I were talking about that yesterday when we were at Home Depot. Just how blessed we are. We're so blessed that they know it too. Like I'm a single mom. I've been a single mom for a long time, and I'm able to financially take care of my children, my mom, and you know, I make what some couples make, and I know that, and I'm very aware that even though sometimes my bosses drive me nuts, and they know it, I tell them it's not anything new. They know I love them, but they also know they drive me nuts. And so, you know, Jay and I were talking about it, and he's like, he just was asking like how my childhood was. And I told him, I said, I grew up in a labor camp. We lived in a trailer. And we were poor. I mean, we were poor. We didn't know we were poor. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. My parents did a really good job at giving us everything we needed, and every so often the things we wanted, we got. Like, my mom didn't work until, I think when I started kindergarten. I remember, I have a very clear memory of being in kindergarten, getting dropped off for kindergarten, and I still remember the outfit I was wearing. It was like this baby blue. I might find a picture and post it. I was wearing like a white, like an off-white sweater, and I don't know, there was some blue thing on it, like a flower, or I don't know what object was on my, that is so crooked. Ah! That was just too crooked, you guys. And I was wearing baby blue pants, so the outfit matched. Like the pants matched. That's how it was in the 70s and 80s, guys. In the early 80s, everything matched. So I had a beautiful, cute little sweater. I remember thinking I look fly. Like, I'm like, I look cute. That's when my mom used to comb my hair before I went to school, because there was a point where she stopped putting effort into me, and I look like a crazy person going to school. But I remember her dropping me off and like crying because she was going to work. I wasn't crying because I was going to kinder. I was crying because she was going to work. So she started working when I started kindergarten, and she was working at like Sears or something. And then we had a small little Sears. The Pruitts owned it. And Bridget Pruitt and I were best friends. And we used to go to ballet together. Why can't I get this? And then she started working for a pharmacy, and that's where she worked the majority of her adult life. And then, yeah. I think I hear my son coming. And so, you know, we grew up, and I was never, I think I've shared this with you guys, I was never ashamed of living in a trailer park. It wasn't really a trailer park. Let's get that clear. I lived in a trailer, but it was a migrant camp. So, you know, there was like, I don't know, 20, 30, there's probably 30 trailers all lined up. And our view was thousands and thousands of acres of vineyard. We had a bunch of hills, and we had the Salinas River flowing, and we used to have so much fun. We'd go fishing in the reservoirs. We would go four-wheeling, and we would go tubing in the river. We would go riding our bikes to the little store that was like a few miles from where we lived. Again, all stuff that if my kids tried to do now, there'd be no way in hell I'd let them do it. But even though we were poor, we lived in a labor camp. I lived in a trailer till I was 18 or 17, whatever it was, before I moved out. We had a huge, you know, area where we were able to grow our food. We raised goats and pigs, and I mean, we had the life. Like, it was a beautiful, wonderful life that my mom and dad provided. And to others, yeah, we were poor, I guess. I never felt that way, but certainly, you know, what I earn now is a lot by some standards, I guess, especially compared to how we were raised. But yeah, I was never embarrassed about where I lived, or that, you know, my dad was the right hand to this company owners, so similar to how I am with my bosses. And oh, that doesn't look good. I'm trying for whatever reason, some of these just didn't take. You're gonna hear the crackling sounds. But I remember being in high school, and like, not even high school, being like in grammar school, middle school, people used to all my friends used to want to come over to my house, even though I didn't have a bedroom. I don't know if I've told you guys this story. I didn't have a bedroom growing up. I slept on the floor. I didn't have a bedroom. And so but still everybody wanted to come over to my house because there was so much fun stuff to do. Like, it was endless. People who lived in the neighborhoods, like in town, these are all cut wrong. I don't know what the problem is. They just had like neighborhoods, like, but I had like the entire thousands and thousands of acres that we had available to us. Like, we could do anything. We could play hide and seek in the vineyards, which is so much fun. I think I've told you guys the story about the wild boars, us girls, and having some boys meet us out in the vineyard and then being chased by wild boars. Have I told you guys that story? If not, comment below. I will talk about that story next. I have so many funny stories of childhood and teenage years. Sweet Jesus. You guys would be dying laughing at some of these stories. But again, nothing I was ashamed of, and people loved to come. And then as we got older, whatever older means, I remember somebody would go and get wine coolers. Oh my God, wine coolers. Is that what is it? White Claw? Back in our day, it was called wine coolers. And we would get wine coolers and then just shoot the shit. Everybody would just be under the stars, enjoying our silliness. And it was great. It was great. Such a good, it wasn't all butterflies and rainbows. There was some hard stuff that happened as I grew up, but all my favorite things, the things that I make sure are memories that stay in the forefront of my mind, those are good ones. Good memories, funny stuff, crazy stuff. Just want to make sure we're doing all the big ones, just so that I make sure that, well, they're really not big if you think about it. I'll show you the big ones right now. These are the ginormous ones, and these were the middle size, so I think we'll have enough. I'm just doing them all here because typically I would have done something smaller to cut in half, but oh, that's covering priorities, but it is what it is. I can't do anything about it now. Can I though? I think it's too stuck. Yeah, it's not gonna let me pull it up. I think we all have, there's like this special time between like, before you are like in high school and you're aware, it's like, I don't know, 8th grade summer tends to be like the time where everything changes. Your view, you realize like you're not a little kid anymore, but you're not like a full-on teen or adult. I don't know. There's just that magical time where you get to still be a kid, but know enough to know enough. Does that make sense? I don't know, but I have had great memories. So many funny stuff. Some of these are just not happy. These were the ones I think I didn't like. I loved the theme, but these stickers were annoying. Annoying stickers. But we're trucking along, everyone. We're trucking along. I'm gonna have to cut that. Let's get our dangerous very dangerous scissors, but they're the ones that cut the best. But I'm so afraid of those scissors, man. I think when I first got them, I didn't realize, and man, I think I cut myself like 3 or 4 times, like bleeding so bad. And I thought, oh, okay, these are too dangerous to use. We're just gonna have it be background decoration when I do my videos so that I don't hurt myself. I don't know if we're gonna have enough stickers, guys. I hope so. We're gonna see right now. I know for April, nope. I know for April, I'm gonna have to reprint stickers, or print more, not reprint, print more stickers, because I need them a little bit bigger and I don't have enough for the rest of the month, which seems like such a waste because I only need some for 1 week or so, I think, right? Oh, I guess it's a week and a half. Is it? Yeah, 1-2 weeks. And then I gotta, I think I keep complaining, but I think I gotta do my theme. Figure out what my May theme is gonna be. I think it's getting harder and harder to find themes. even though the algorithm already knows like what to offer me on Pinterest, but at the same time, a lot of these are the same looking girl. So it's getting more challenging as we go. I think for next year, I'm going to have them all picked out. I say that every year. I say I'm going to have the entire year already picked out. And so all I have to do is print the stickers for that month. I already know what everything's going to be. But that doesn't work for me only because I have to have the vibe that month. Like I could have say, oh, okay, this is going to be January, February, March, April, May, June. But if that month starts to come around and I'm not feeling that theme, I won't use it. I'll completely trash it and start all over and find a different theme because it's very much what I'm in, what my vibe is that month, if that makes sense. I know it's silly, but it's like putting on clothes. Like you can have all the clothes in the world, but you know what you're in the mood for. And sometimes it's not what you have and you have to go looking for something else. Big ones are in. We're almost done. Did we already do this one? Did we do March? And I forgot? We have not done March. We better do that right now because I would have forgotten and then we would have gone on. I think we'll do a big one. Is that too big? We won't know till we know. That's kind of big, but that's kind of okay. And then let's do a half of one. Oh, there's already one here. Just so that I don't forget that we needed to do it. That looks nice. There's how March looks. Oh my God, I love March. March is going to be my favorite. I already know she's going to be my favorite. I think she's my first redhead. And she is... Okay, we need to see how many small ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to have to cut these in half if this is going to work for me. It may not. I may have to... I may run out, and if I do, that's fine. But for now, let's just take the halvesies and put them so that what I've noticed is that I wrote, because my dailies that were in my ring planner were bigger, I wrote a lot more in there. Does that make sense? So now what I'm having to do is, let's go around. I'm going to cut these out. So all I'm dealing with are these little ones. And I won't need all this mess. Let's make sure I don't lose that. This will be interesting. So I don't know what I'm in the mood for May. I haven't even thought about it until today when I was recording April. I was like, oh my God, we're already the end of April and I haven't even picked out a theme. So we'll add that to the list of things that I need to get done. Sometimes, I think I've said this to you guys, sometimes finding a theme is easy, finding a girl. And what ends up happening is if I can't create a sticker to match that girl, then I have to scrap that theme. I have to find something that has an element in it or something that I can add an element to that will allow me to create a sticker, because the sticker is what ties everything together. The women, the themes are beautiful. The girls that I choose, they're always gorgeous. But if I can't get it to match, you know, get my planner stickers to match what it is I'm doing, it's all for nothing. Sorry, I'm like off camera fighting with these stickers. I've had beautiful, beautiful themes, and I've spent hours trying to find, trying to create a sticker on Canva, and it just, nothing I do works, nothing I do looks good, and it just breaks my heart that I can't use that theme. It is so sad when I have to scrap, and I have a Pinterest board where I have a Pinterest board that I share with you guys once I pick a theme, and then I have a Pinterest board where I have like themes that I'm like sitting on and waiting to see, will this speak to me for a specific month, and do I want it? And sometimes when I can't find a sticker, I'll just let it sit in that little board until something dawns on me, and then I can create a sticker for it. We're almost done, and my son's gonna be coming any point, and then I'm gonna have to stop what I'm doing. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this again. And this is so hard because you don't want to cut it all the way, because you still want to be able to grab the sticker. These are so annoying. So anyways, yeah, that's it. You guys have probably heard it now 3 times in the last 3 videos: January, February, March, and maybe April. I don't know what the hell I talked about in April, but a lot on my plate. That was what I didn't want to happen. I'll be happy when everything is done, and then I could just chill. And then March will be all about barbecues, chilling, enjoying company, enjoying my garden and watching that begin to sprout. I transplanted my tomatoes, and I check on them every morning and every night, and they're doing so good. They're like, hey, we're ready. And I planted a ton of sunflowers this year. A ton. What we need to start doing, I'm going to have to convince the kids. We have movie nights, you guys know that. But now during the summer, I'm going to push family time and make everybody do a game night every 2 weeks. Because if I tried to do a game night every week, they would kill me. And I think everybody would fight too much. So we'll do a game night either once a month or every 2 weeks. We'll factor in a game night. Because we used to play Catan. I don't know if you guys know what Catan is. We used to play Catan. It would be so much fun. Catan is like a more advanced Monopoly. And boy, do people get bonkers. We don't play Monopoly anymore, but it is very much like an adult version, a more complicated land version of Monopoly. But it is so much fun, and you have to be really strategic. Okay, we ran out of the little ones, so let's try and see if we can get some of these big ones. Yikes. I have a little one here that I can use for 28. There's one here for 29. I really don't like that. That's too big. Let me see if I can cut it. So yeah, I'm gonna try to convince the kids for the summer we have game nights, because we used to have so much fun. Game nights were a blast. Okay, this is gonna be tough because these are all so big. We've got one more that might work. Hopefully these last 2 days don't have a lot of stuff that I have to write on. Okay. Yay, we made it. We made it. We made it. We made it. Yeah. Okay, there's March. I already did April. You guys don't know that yet because I probably will put March first, but I did April before March because I needed to do my dailies. So there is March. Let's get our Beauteous redhead out. There is March, Beauteous. And then here she is. I already tipped her in so that I didn't have to struggle. And there is March theme. Beautiful. And now I can back plan, bring all the dailies that I have in ring form and just transfer all the data over. That's taking the longest, and I'm trying not to push myself. I did, I think, January and February last night. I'll probably try to do March today. I think I did all of April. Yeah, I did April up to today. So I have to do all of March. And then what I'm going to do is print all the stickers because I'm missing stickers some places. So that is that. There is our March, January's, February's, January, February, March. And we are in April, and now we will continue with April until we have to pick out a May theme. All right, that is it. Yay, we finished March. I'm ecstatic. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna move that out of the way because then it's just gonna be annoying because of the glare. Okay, thanks for joining me on this crazy ride of back planning in my Pocket Moleskine Daily. If you are new, I hope you enjoyed this content. And if you did, I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my channel. For everybody else, thanks for watching. I hope you're happy. I'm happy. I will see you next time. Bye.